You guys, this story is absolutely heartbreaking. On July 13th, 2025, 9-year-old James Dzierbun was brought to Cataldi Park in San Jose, California by his father, Mateusz. Around 3:23 p.m., Mateusz actually called authorities hysterically, saying that some stranger had walked up to the two of them and started his 9-year-old son. Authorities had no idea when they were dispatched to the scene that James's own father was the one who committed this gruesome act, not a stranger. When officers arrived, Mateusz was described to have been hunched over his son's body, covered in blood, holding a large kitchen knife. It was reported that he had stood up and he looked like he was approaching officers, and that is when shots were fired at him. Mateusz ended up falling to the ground, and that's when officers went right over to 9-year-old James to see if he could be resuscitated. Unfortunately, he was already deceased. Authorities believe that it was Mateusz's plan to take his son's life and then to lure police officers to the scene so that they would take his. Mateusz was said to not have had a criminal history, nor did he have a history of suffering from mental health issues. However, it's clear that he was spiraling and possibly dealing with something that was undiagnosed. Sandra Vercontre, who is James's mother, said that she and his father cohabitated and raised James together, and that she's shocked by how much his mental state had deteriorated. She says that looking back, she could recognize a few red flags, maybe a couple of things that stood out to her that she should have paid more attention to, but in the moment she didn't think anything was wrong and nothing extreme would happen. Sandra said that on July 13th, the day of all of this taking place, she had spoke to both James and Mateusz several times on the phone, and she didn't pick up on anything worrisome. She didn't know anything was wrong until it was too late. Sandra said that when she received that call, her entire world shattered in a single moment. She said that she never would have imagined that she would have to live life without her son, and she's unsure how to go forward. Sandra said that James was a jokester. He was super kind and compassionate, and she wants everyone to remember him for the love, joy, laughter, and silliness that he brought into the lives of those around him. She also hopes that others will hear about James's story and decide to take their mental health more seriously, as well as the mental health of those around them more seriously, and getting help if one feels like they need it, and helping others if they feel like someone else needs it. A GoFundMe page has been set up by James's mother, Sandra, in order to get money for a memorial bench to be placed in Cataldi Park in honor of James. Any amount of money donated that exceeds the amount of the memorial bench will end up going to James's favorite library in an elementary school in order to give back to the community that James was a part of and who is now devastated by James's death.